Hello, everyone, and welcome to my management plan. I am Dylan Pruitt. I'm in Bio122, spring of 2019, and my teacher is Margaret Froese. I'm doing my management plan over the Galapagos tortoise. The Galapagos tortoise is an endangered species, and they really need our help. Not only are they endangered, but their habitat is infested with invasive species and a lot of pollution due to the amount of visitors on the Galapagos Islands. Um, to help solve this, I think the best cause is to eliminate why we are in this mass extinction. The Galapagos tortoise is native to the Galapagos Islands, and they are considered to be the largest tortoise in the world and can weigh up to 919 pounds. The Galapagos tortoise is native, yet most are homed either in America or England. They've been taken in because their numbers are so low and they desperately need our help, mainly because we are the ones who put them there. A lot of hunting and many other factors played a role in it. These turtles have been around, or tortoises, have been around since 1875, and the longest living one is recorded to be living 152 years old. These little guys, emphasis on little, uh, are herbivores, and they eat all their greens to grow big and strong. Over the years, their hearing has been very trash, and they really rely on their smell and the vibrations to look for food and look out for danger. They also played a huge role in Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, which is insanely fascinating. There are currently 30,000 people living on the Galapagos Islands with 200,000 visitors a year, which that an aspect, 200,000 people coming into a small land could easily devastate it. Many humans hunted these tortoises to gain their meat, and not only did they hunt them, but they hunted many others, causing a more loss in biodiversity in that land. With all the people living there, they had to create obviously homes and other businesses that they wanted to attract the tourists there. So putting in all those buildings really devastated the environment around the natural species that live there. Some invasive species that are really harming this island and, and are considered the worst would be the feral ghost and the hill blackberry. The goat, I said ghost. Um, the goats were added by pirates, fishermen, and whalers to guarantee a fresh meat supply for the next year they go back. Um, Now, these goats are a very strong predator, and they have no predators to go after them. So they are flourishing in this environment and destroying the forest around it, a once growing forest. Now all that's there is grasslands. The blackberry, you might be wondering, how can a blackberry be an invasive species? But in agriculture, it is taking over everything and will easily outgrow its competition because it will just overtake it and grow a lot faster than anything else will. Their population has been closely monitored with a bunch of huge organizations helping. Um, Camp Keenan is a big contributor to this cause because not only are they helping, but they have a YouTube channel to help spread the education of these animals and many others like them. The pollution on these islands is horrible, from plastic in the ocean or from native or visitors. Global warming also has a huge effect on the Galapagos Islands. The increase of the ocean temperatures has caused rift die-offs, algae blooms, and the loss of endemic species. The ruling climate change kind of what I said, the rift die-offs, and it just it has a huge chain of effect when the fish that eat the algae in the water, or the animals that eat the fish that's in the water or the plants, it just causes a huge chain reaction, causing one to go lower and then one go to the next and one go to the next. With these animals, they face a bunch of people trying to kill them for either their shells or their meat, and that's really all we have to face with the over exploitation, but it is still a huge contributor to why they are in such low numbers. Um, some previous efforts would be the Galapagos Conservation Trust, and they have done a huge part, and they take many donations a year in order to help grow the island back to where it needs to be, so they can eventually go back to their island and live in their natural environment. Camp Keenan, like stated before, it's a smaller group, but he's doing his part. He has this YouTube channel where he goes around and shows the animals on their day-to-day life. You get to see them in their natural, in quotations, environment. And it's just really helpful to see him put all these animals on display and show off how fascinating they can actually be. He not only shows them off, but he actually breeds them too, which helps bring their numbers up. And he really focuses on tortoises, turtles, stuff like that. The San Diego Zoo is obviously a massive contributor in this. They help many animals a year, and not only just the Galapagos tortoise, but even some rhinos. Um, yeah. My plan, I think, would be the best, would be not only to show off what the animals do and help educate and bring up their numbers, but if we can get to the root of the problem and end the sixth mass extinction in the world, we would no longer have this issue where we're trying to help save many animals at a time. We could really focus on who needs the help then, and not a lot of animals would need all that help all at once. It would help solve not only this problem, but many others. Um, I would like to create a business that would focus mainly around reptiles and show off how underappreciated they are in naturalistic enclosures. With this business, though, I wouldn't really want to focus on just the gain of money, but I would love to focus on the education. Education is huge in help stopping the sixth mass extinction and helping animals in general. Uh, but not a lot of people know about the Galapagos tortoise, but not many like civilians would. With everything going on with them, it is important to get to the root and just stop it at the butt. If we can stop it from there, we can then focus on problems as they arise. Spreading the knowledge of the pollution invasive species and many other factors would limit uh, how much people actually do them. With my main goal being education, I would probably measure it um, by our fan base or our subscriber count or something in that genre, because with education you can't really measure it in that sense. But the more people I talk to, the more people that listen will that's doing our part in educating the community around us and the community all over the world, as long as we can talk to them and show them that many animals, just like the Galapagos tortoise, needs our help. I would like to broadcast some of this on the news, expanding out to every source that I can in order to get the education out there. Thanks, guys.